Every once in a while, I'll see someone say that Sonic fans only consume Sonic the Hedgehog media and no other media. That's why Sonic fans can only compare Sonic media to other Sonic media. They don't know what a 1980 Fortnite is. Well, don't worry, if you're one of those Sonic fans, I've got you covered. I want to do a series of videos delving into media that have either inspired Sonic or media that I enjoy because there are some aspects to it that are similar to Sonic the Hedgehog. So for my first video, what should I do? Alright guys, hear me out. Umamusume Pretty Derby is like the Chao Garden mixed with the life sim aspects of Persona. And I'm not joking. So yeah, if you do like the Chao Garden, you might enjoy this game, because basically what you do is train up a horse girl and set her off to race. It's a pretty simple game, but where the complexity lies is within its card system and all the stats that you have to boost. This is where the Persona aspect comes in. There is a calendar system. It's not daily like Persona, instead you get turns until a race. And I think one turn represents approximately 2 weeks. And you basically have to pick which stat you want to focus on for those 2 weeks. And I would basically compare those turns to chaos drives. You get specific chaos drives that boost specific stats, and in each turn you get to choose which specific stats you want to boost. But then you bring in the cards that I mentioned earlier. These I would compare to the animals you collect in the Sonic Adventure games that you give to your Chao. In the Chao Garden, the Chao would inherit like a specific trait of that animal, maybe they get like lion claws or whatever. But in Umamusume, you get the opportunity to learn a skill that is useful for the race. But it's not as simple as the Chao Garden. You have to earn points to buy the skill. The card only lets you buy the skill. It doesn't actually give you the skill, and you earn points by doing races. Now you can do the main story races, but then there are also optional races to earn you more points. But obviously, doing a race will use up a turn, which means less training for your horse. So yeah, like Persona, there's a time management aspect to it, but how does the game work if it's timed? Like, it just can't go on forever, right? Okay, so this game is similar to a roguelike. I think they call those roguelites. And basically in the game, you get what is called a career. And those careers are basically roguelike dungeons. There's only one career available in the English version, but the Japanese have 11. And that's because the game's been out in Japan since 2021. We just got the darn thing! And basically the idea with these careers is to take a look at what you've got ahead and then apply the cards that you feel is the best for your horse, and then keep attempting to train them until they can reach the end. You're basically not going to get to the end on your first try. You're going to have to learn the game mechanics and experiment and see what works and what doesn't. And no two runs are going to be the same because of that Persona system I was mentioning earlier. Because with the skills, you have to actually make choices on who to hang out with, just like in Persona. So each skill card basically represents a character, and sometimes you as a trainer will randomly run into these characters, which will inspire you on new ways to train your horse. And also these characters will train alongside your horse. That increases the friendship between the character and your horse, and then you'll be given a random skill. These characters have multiple skills they can give access to you, and it's up to the game which order they do it in. So how do you earn cards, you may be asking? And to that I say, it's a gacha game. Yeah, it's a free-to-play game, and you have to spend money to actually progress. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I think the game is pretty generous with how much currency they give you for free to actually use the gacha. But yeah, be warned. That being said, I'm a mega gacha hater. Like, as a gacha hater, if I am repping this game, it's gotta be good, right? And then of course, to actually unlock horses to train, you also have the gacha as well. I'm gonna be honest guys, the Chao Garden never really sucked me in. Maybe it was because I was playing these games in retrospect. I wasn't actually there when the Sonic Adventure games came out. Or maybe I just wasn't too attached to the Chao. But I'm 100% attached to these horse girls in Umamusume. I just really like the fact that they're based on real horses. Like, I feel like I'm learning some sort of history. And the game takes personality traits of these horses and then amps them up. So these characters, they're pretty charming. Unlike the Chao, which are basically just pets, these horses have history. They've got goals, aspirations, likes, dislikes, friends, rivals. If you want to progress in the Chao Garden, you kind of have to want to do it yourself. It's a very intrinsic goal. But with Umamusume, I just love these characters. I want to help them out. Like, Vodka just wants to be cool and ride motorcycles. Boy, do I have a Sonic character for you. So yeah, if you really like the Chao Garden and the Sonic Adventure games, I would 100% recommend Umamusume. I straight up got addicted to this game, like the moment I touched it somehow. It's just an addicting gameplay loop, training up your horse and then figuring out what you did wrong and then retrying with better cards or with a better strategy in mind. I would 100% be on board if they just made a Chao Garden game for phones, and it basically ended up being the same thing minus the gacha elements. Maybe it's a thing where each Sonic game gives you a set of Chao and cards that you can unlock, and then you've got to actually play those games and then transfer them to your phone to get them in the game. So yeah, that's all I have to really say about Umamusume, but join me next time as I try to explain why you should play the original Super Mario Bros. Just because you like Sonic the Hedgehog.